Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, March 11th. All in all, this looks like a relatively quiet week here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Relatively mild as well. Certainly a mild start to the week. High temperatures this afternoon in the I-95 corridor. Could reach 60 degrees in D.C. and certainly into the 50s in Philadelphia, maybe 50 degrees in New York City. Turns colder for the day on Tuesday, but then a warming trend begins at midweek and really peaks at the end of the work week. Probably Friday we'll see temperatures in the 60s in the I-95 corridor, but there will be some shower activity Thursday night into the day on Friday associated with the next cold front. Then next week, probably the next couple of weeks, turn colder again, and there certainly can be another chance or two for some snowfall in the Mid-Atlantic region. We'll kind of talk a little bit about that later on in the morning video. First of all, here is a look at the 5-day 850 millibar temperature averages from last night's 6Z run of the GFS ensemble version. This is the current 5-day period, warmer than normal throughout the eastern half of the nation, colder than normal throughout the western U.S. But take a look at how this flips in days 6 to 10, and then we'll look at days 11 to 15. Virtually a complete flip in days 6 to 10 here of that 850 millibar temperature anomaly pattern here, with colder than normal conditions really across the eastern two-thirds of the nation for days 6 to 10. That's March 16th to March 21st. Let's move even farther into time in the month of March. Here's days 11 to 15. It stays colder than normal throughout the eastern half of the nation. This is from March 21st to March 26th. Again, this is the ensemble run of the GFS model, which tends to smooth things out with time as climatology plays more of a role. So it's liable to turn out even more of a colder than normal situation than what is depicted here. But bottom line here, the current 5-day period, basically this week, looks warmer than normal. Then we flip back for the last 2 weeks for the month of March into a colder than normal pattern in the eastern U.S. And again, there can be another chance or two for some snowfall. Well, let's walk through last night's 0Z GFS model run. We're looking at the surface maps here. Again, a pretty nice start to the week here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Some sunshine, relatively mild conditions. Colder air starts to filter in during the midday and afternoon hours. The breeze will pick up noticeably this afternoon, signaling the arrival of colder air. And it turns cold tonight, no doubt about it. Probably the upper 20s to near 30 degrees for lows. Let's move ahead here. And here we go. Cold high pressure does move in the overnight hours. And tomorrow will be below normal temperatures. Despite that 5-day period we saw of above normal temperatures, tomorrow, Tuesday, will be below normal in the I-95 corridor region. Cold high pressure. But that cold shot doesn't last for long. On Wednesday, some sunshine, then the high pushes off the coast. That opens the door for some milder air to move in. Now, here we are Wednesday afternoon. We'll have to watch for this in terms of potential severe weather outbreak out across the middle of the nation. There'll be very strong low pressure moving into the central plains, and that spells trouble, potential trouble for the places in the southeast, the warm flank of that particular storm system. Again, we're talking in the central plains during the middle part of the week. This will result also in significant snow on the northwest, the colder side of that particular storm system. Meanwhile, we'll start to turn milder here in the eastern U.S. That moves north and east, as has often been the case this winter season, with a significant snowfall for the northern plains. And here we have clouds increasing here in the Mid-Atlantic region on Thursday. Maybe showers by late in the day or in the overnight hours on Thursday. And then that cold frontal system slides through the eastern U.S. during the day on Friday. Some showers, maybe even a thunderstorm again, 60-plus degrees possible on Friday, just ahead of that cold frontal system. And then that slides on through. We turn colder for the upcoming weekend, and there is some cold high pressure around. Here we are by Sunday morning. Notice moisture gathering here in the GFS model by Sunday. And ultimately, it looks like that'll result in a storm system down across the southeast U.S. Now, we're a week ahead of right now. We're a week from today. Next Monday, March 18th, this may be a system we'll have to watch Not on this particular run of the GFS, but from this particular vantage point, notice strong high pressure across southeastern Canada, low pressure down to the south. That is something we'll have to watch. This particular model run moves this low pressure area kind of harmlessly out to sea, but certainly believe there's a possibility that this will ride up along the eastern seaboard. We're talking a week from now, the early part of next week. Again, one of the key factors here that raises a red flag, in my opinion, is this cold high pressure to the north, something that has to be watched. In fact, let's have a little teaser here with another computer forecast model. We'll take a look now at the Canadian forecast model for a week from now. And here we go, quite a difference from the GFS version. So the Canadian model is seeing the potential for that low pressure area to pull out of the Gulf states and ride right up along the eastern seaboard with cold high pressure to the north. Of course, that could result in significant snowfall for the mid-Atlantic region, the northeast, at least the interior sections, a long way away. But I want to throw that out on the table that while this week will be relatively quiet and mild, especially today and especially later in the week, strong cold front arrives on Friday, sets the stage for colder air this weekend, and the next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of the month of March, look colder than normal in the eastern part of the U.S., and it certainly looks like there can be one, maybe two more chances for snow. We'll have to watch for about a week from now, next Monday, Tuesday time frame, for the possibility of a coastal low. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Orion.